What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to another episode of About Even, number one betting show on planet Earth, brought to you by our good friends at Ned's, whom we love dearly. Go follow us on our profiles. Go get in the About Even group on the Ned's app. Dribblers the code to get in. First and foremost, Eddie, I think you and I need to apologise for dressing sharp today.
We have to apologise to the punter and to the dribbler. But Judy calls.
Yeah,
Judy,
Yep.
a dear friend of
She's
Tom and I's. We're off to Brisbane today
Yep.
to just wine dine at 69.
We're not even 100% sure.
We're not really sure what we're doing. We've got no idea.
And we don't know what that means.
Business casual means a jacket and maybe like a button-up shirt.
Yeah, pants with like a seam down the front of them potentially.
Listen, if we find our way to the casino to give it hell once more for the second time this week, sue me.
Well, we'll look good doing it.
Yeah. We'll look the part.
We will.
I hope we find a sweet older lady who's like 70 and knows blackjack inside out.
Our fairy godmother.
Yeah, we need a fairy
don't
godmother.
hit there.
Yeah.
Like we had on Monday in Melbourne, and she basically won us heaps of money.
She did.
Yeah, really.
She was sitting there, and we were like, who is this woman? She starts talking to us, and then she's like, don't hit there. Or like, oh, you should definitely hit that. Or like, sixes.
A mystic.
Well, we're not even sure if she was real.
Yeah, we don't even know if she was real. She was like, she looked like she could have been a ghost. But she was honestly like, no, the deal's got a 6. Like, that's a bust card.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry.
You'd be smart to like, a ticket to Eastern Europe's about $2,000 or something. Just go up to a hill somewhere, find an old lady, bring one back, and go to the cash with it. You know what I mean?
You'd be smart to do so, Sebo.
Yeah, that would be an intelligent.
We're walking around till we find one today.
Yeah. Of course, she was the right vibe for the table as well. You know, like, it was almost like, in those movies where it's like you look over there and someone's like, it's actually that way. And then like, oh, thank you. And they look back and the woman's not there anymore.
Yep.
It's like she just could have been like completely disappeared. And then she was also like, she was like, I don't know if I'm going to hit because I don't want to fuck you up. And then like.
Oh, yeah, she was looking after the table. It was sensational.
It was
stuff.
so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. Anyway,
Jealous.
that's potentially on our cards, pun not intended.
Well, it's not potentially,
later
it is.
today as well.
Correct.
Anyway, enough about us looking dapper. Guru, how are you?
Yeah, you started fast.
Yeah, you got to.
Got the Fletcher Sharps about you. Love it. Boys, I got the CBA Bowl Thursday night. Under-19s Origin. I'll be out there at Leichhardt Ovals if anyone wants to come along. Got a little 2-for-1 ticket league. Didn't ask you before. Can I chuck it in the bio?
Yeah.
Below? Yep. So Thursday night, I'll be out there at Leichhardt Oval if you want to come join me. My wet dream, boys.
Bow it up, mate. Bow it up.
Mate, we actually went through because I think you put up the could be any, the CBA Bowl teams. Loco Pacifica Tonga Jr.
Yeah, he's not going to miss.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no, there's some good ones in there.
There's some Cadens.
There's some fucking great names. We were loving every second of
Well,
last
it's actually
week.
one I was going to point out to you. You spoke about his last name's Lars. He's Tom Leroy Lars' son.
We got that. And also Marcus Byer's son.
It is Marcus Byer's son?
Yep.
Wasn't Marcus Byer juggernaut?
Dude, I loved he was the player I wanted to be when I was like a kid. It was Marcus Byer.
Is really?
Dude, I fucking loved Marcus Byer. He was an animal on the wing. Just so big and strong and thick and powerful.
But so we are entering that domain where all
well
those
and
blokes
truly.
have got kids that are in the fucking under-19.
Which is edge for all of us because it's like these people that we looked up to.
Of course it's edge for us.
Yep.
Of course it's edge for us.
It's going to be wild. I reckon next year you'll probably see Brad Fittler's son in there, which is going to be full circle for me anyway.
Did he go to our school, Ed? Was he college?
Yeah, he's
He's from the College of Knowledge.
Good.
He's college boy.
Just another one done good.
Jeez, fucking
Another
hell.
one
Quite.
done good. Angus Crichton. Fucking Blake Steep, a Scots boy, I believe.
Yeah. Listen,
Had to pull out of the 19s, Blake Steep. Got
Why?
the call up for the Roosters this week. I don't know why they let him train all week.
Why wouldn't
but
you fucking let him? Well,
Yeah,
what
great
would you? Would you
question.
prefer to play first grade? You probably would, wouldn't you?
I don't know. Mate, the CBA Bowl is a pretty big deal.
That's what I mean.
It's a
Yeah,
huge.
don't
That's what I
undersell
mean.
it. Yeah.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm trying to work out. I'm like, why the fuck would you pull someone out of their state rep game
No, you never say no to rep.
in a bye round when they're playing fucking? I can't even remember who I bet on in that game.
I think they're playing the
Doggies.
Listen, it's pathetic. That's
Sebo,
my
much
opinion.
sleep this week?
Vaccinations yesterday, so it was 2 a.m. I was up with baby in my arm. But,
You said 1 a.m., so...
well, like they woke up at 1, but then I conceded to like, you're only going to sleep in here. And then so you're just kind of hazing in and out of sleep, just like, yep. But I found a par 5 and 2 yesterday afternoon, so all was good. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So life couldn't be better,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Did you eagle that bitch?
Video to come.
Okay. That exhale, I don't know how to read the exhale.
I know how to read it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know how to read it.
No, I mean, it was a tough fucking green. It was a tough fucking green.
Oh, Oh, shit. All right. Well, should we get into some accountability, fellas?
Fuck yeah. Dolphins 30 defeated the Sharks 28. Tom out of the gates with passion, with gusto, punters and dribblers. Bostock 1, 2 or 3, $5.40. Sebo hits with a Bostock and a Nikra, $9.51.
First half bang.
First half bang. Guru, Finn 13 plus 13. Finn's plus 13.5. Sione Katoa, Nikara. That's 14.29. That's the bet of the game,
That
really.
was last second, wasn't
Mate,
it?
last second bang.
Was it
Doesn't get better.
79th minute?
It's called the elusive feature. It's when you get the feature in the last 3 reels. You're like, oh, okay, no. Oh my god!
Yeah,
So
79th
Sione
minute bang.
Katoa was the elusive feature punter.
There's almost something, and obviously Guru like too late to do it now. But if you bang in the 79th minute, I almost feel like it's worth more.
Like your odds go up.
Yeah, like you
somehow.
get it, or
Yeah.
it's like it's a double stake for you, just in spirit.
As in on the show,
Yeah.
or you think
No,
the
not
bookie
on the
should?
show.
No, that's
the
not how it
bookie
works.
should add like a multiplier.
Well, I reckon on the show, but the bookies definitely.
Well,
should.
but on the show, as
Well, listen, don't talk about it too much, otherwise other bookies are going to rip
Yeah.
it off straight away.
Because imagine if you're a bookie and you want more people, looking into your app. If you've got like a live multiplier as your bet's fading out of existence, you just like
and you
accept
can
multiplier.
accept multiplier, and then he might have got 300 to 1, and he goes, I might have a dollar nibble at Sione late in the fucking piece. Sure,
Watch
again,
them,
a
watch
great
them rip that
idea.
off. That'll be used next week.
It will be. I mean, listen, Boxy Try obviously
Boxy
taking
Try,
the
where'd that name come
nation
from?
by storm.
Jesus
Shame on you though for the odds. You know who you are.
Yeah, shame.
Fucking disgraceful, ripping the punter off like that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. $22 for 3 of you.
Shame.
Shame.
Also, still in the name, whatever you do.
Anyway,
so
that's
Rue.
off the chest.
Yeah, that's off the chest. That was nice. Much like Tobler's chiefing of me before the show. We need to get that off the chest. But how were you there, Rue, in that 79th minute? You must have been touching yourself.
Yeah, I was very excited. The guy that set up the try was Britt Nickero, who I've got as a pod in my Supercoach team. So it was a big 8 seconds for me. I enjoyed myself. Don't worry.
I
about
too
that.
have him. And he pumped.
I like that.
I'm
Nice.
out of Supercoach. Like I haven't opened it for months.
You were out in Vegas, mate.
What's a pod player?
You were done early.
What's a
Point of
pod-
difference.
One difference.
And do you just pick that as like he's my pod player?
Will there be?
Or does it mean that,
no
like, not
one-
many
no-
people have
Not
him?
many have
him.
him. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Tommy's
I'll see you
learning.
next year. I'll see you next year.
Okay.
All right.
The Lippy was a Kennedy short stiff shit, and I was the fish. Whoa, hang on. No, I had the fish plus 9.5. I didn't have a Zarko first, second, or third. Now,
Will Kennedy not score?
no, he
don't.
didn't.
Okay.
Now we get to
What did he?
what was
think he did.
I think Will
basically.
Kennedy scored, bro.
I think he did. Yeah, he went past Hammer.
Yeah, he beat Hammer to score.
Beat Hammer.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not that I've
Went off my highlighting.
Yeah.
Yep.
double checked that, but I
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Thought
that-
Hammer
Can
got
we
one
get?
back
Can we
on
just
him.
get an official?
Yeah. I mean, just
Can we get an
will order it.
official read on that?
you should be going off the fucking.
Yep, try
game
confirmed.
tape,
Try
dude.
confirmed.
God, imagine
Try
the Lippy watching
confirmed.
this.
The Lippy would have been like screaming.
I
So
will.
it's going to change everything now.
Well, it's going to change absolutely nothing. Trust me. Now, so the Lippy gets a bang, 10:30. Well done, brah. Cowboys 34 defeat the Raiders 16. This was the game of games. If from the perspective of Rue versus Sebo, Sebo of the absolute opinion that if it's all signs point to unders, it'll be overs. Guru took him on mano a mano.
Credit to him.
Triple stake that bitch. Sebo comes out on
Is it
top.
double or
It was
triple?
double.
It was double.
Double.
Was it double?
You're all over the shop,
Yep.
mate.
Yep.
I thought they were tripled.
Nah,
That's
just
boring.
Doubled.
They're doubled there and then tripled on the end.
True.
They were definitely double.
They were double.
Yeah, it was only double.
That's going to change some things, isn't it?
Yep. You talk about it.
I love 6 p.m. Friday 6 p.m. When you're a dad and you're bunkering in and like it's just the perfect time slot. For somehow when at least when I pick overs and unders, it becomes down to a point, half a point. Rapana kicking like 50 field goals, whatever it is. It's a show and the action is the juice. I got the action, but fuck me. There were moments in that game where it's like, this is never hitting, to moments where like, this is definitely hitting. It was just like up and down. And then I watched the last half in the like shower when Raiders scored 2 times and like
The half in the shower.
like not the half, but when they scored that, and then you just like those were the like at least Savages was the biggest like fluke of a try. Like it was just down the short side, and then you're like, okay, this is shit, and then they don't score at all. I'm like, oh my god, like that was so close to just not happening. If that freak, but it felt good because I have been fucked by the unders every time. right? And now I'm learning. As Eddie said, when you think it's unders, go overs. Half a point in it. Cheering.
Can you also, and we'll find it hopefully, but the image of Sebo in his robe, lit from the top down, fresh out the shower, steam coming off his head, just like
It's beautiful.
It's one of the great shots of all time, and he almost looks like you look like an evil like gambling lord or some shit. Like you're so fucking pumped. Poor old Roos sitting there, in tears in the corner.
I was trying to explain to my missus before the game like what we were doing and what it meant, and I was like, so I got the overs under. She's like, well, what's the exact number? And I was like, I think it's 49. I'll just check. And just before kickoff, it had actually changed to 50.5.
That's why I was like,
we were on 49. I was like, this is terrible signs. I know exactly what's going to fucking happen here, and that happened.
Yeah.
50 points on the nose.
I'm such an addict for like live. Like I always go to the app and check what the live line is, and like I keep reading. Not that it's not going to do anything, right? No. But you're just like, what's everyone else saying about this? What are the bookies saying?
Mate,
it's amazing how they do that.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. They to the fucking point.
I know.
How?
Especially in Raiders games.
How?
The last one was a Raiders games. Like the bookies know how many points are going to be in a Raiders.
But how do they know it? How do they know?
There'd be a lot of
these
people
models. I want these models.
Yeah, I'd love the models.
want
Surely,
the
if
model.
you were like leaving a business like Ned's, and you were just you wanted, as if you aren't like trying to find a way to leave with that information.
They're like that like destructive mate who's incredibly talented but just can't get out of his own way. And you're like, if you could just put your powers to a positive, you'd be flying. You'd be helping all of us. And they just, I don't know how they constantly fucking do it and fist all of us.
I reckon the recipe is in the overs and unders, though. You know what I mean? Like ATS, sure, anything could happen there, but there would be amount like data, time, weather, right? Like all this stuff, overs and unders, like there'd be these formulas everywhere, and they keep it locked up, and then they try to trick us off.
They probably had cold stats for that game.
Yeah.
They would have had to.
Oh, they would have had to have. They would have had to have. Now, Rabbitohs 22 defeated the Broncos 12. Stags didn't score.
This is so tough because I had Bunnies
Stags didn't score.
and Trell, but like Bunnies were always going to win that game.
Yeah,
Trell
they were.
scored pretty early, and then you just like, I don't even know
That's
if I saw
what
Stags.
annoyed me is because I knew the Rabbitohs were going to win, and then I just get sucked into a Stags and Trill
Dude,
first,
I'm so
second,
dumb.
third.
I was starting off going, I'm going to just do a please, sir, can I have some more Trell first, second, or third bunnies? And then I go into this dumb Stags.
It was
hunt.
too much.
Did he touch the ball?
I don't know if he played.
Stags?
Yeah.
I don't think did he take to the field?
Because there was no, I got no blood pressure seeing Stags.
What was it? What did he finish with? One hit up, something like that.
Yeah, you're like your fucking what is it? Infrared, like you just couldn't see a stag.
Yeah,
anywhere.
rangefinder
Yeah,
out.
he
Trying
did
to,
rangefinder.
like,
And all we
rangefinder.
did, we went out in the cold and we got fucking frostbite and went home.
To be fair, he did run for 144 metres, his most metres in 8 rounds. So
He scored like 60 Supercoach points. I was like, what?
It must have been all come out.
Yeah, but
Two
if,
from
you,
two,
but if you
two
look
from
at
two
him
with
for
the
a
boot.
fucking try, that's
red
from the
zone
sideline?
maybe no red zone touches.
No red
No, you
zone.
need red zone stuff.
no.
Obviously, that goes without saying. Tigers 18 defeated the Titans 10. I was watching this at the pub and I'm like, I'm home and hosed. Jojo goes in, Campbell follows not too far behind, and then the Titans just fucking fell apart at the seams and rolled out one of the worst second halves I've ever seen. Beautiful stuff. Although, Sebo and Guru just kept it simple. Couple of Jojos, couple of Jaden Campbells. 803s, bang.
Joe's and
Yeah,
Jaden's.
that was like a 16-minute bang, maybe even less.
It was short and sharp stuff.
I copied Brew
First and third.
but we had David Fafita and then both switched to Jojo. There was one of those ones where you haven't started watching the game, you turn the game on, it's 5 minutes in, you see a 6-0, open your NRL app, and you're like, yes, it's one of my guys. Like, that never fucking happens. And then as I'm doing that, fucking Campbell goes over, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, then you start calculating how many more bangs you're going to get for the weekend.
I was driving out to my brother's game and had my mate with me, and I said, mate, just get out my Ned's app. I'm going to have to change my bet here. And as he was looking for him, I go, I had Fafita and Campbell. And he goes, who do you want to replace it with? And then Sebo's message popped up in the group chat saying, I'm going Jojo. My mate goes, oh, Sebo's going Jojo. I went, yeah, that's the one. That'll do it. Just straight Fafita me.
yeah, it's simple.
Just Jojo it up. That's easy money. Storm 38 defeat the Warriors 24. We all went like first, second, or third mad here, really, and not much doing. Guru had Ellie Katara and Coates. He had DWZ doesn't bang. Who's just gone fucking? Is he still paying $1.05 every week, even though he doesn't score? Okay. Lippy, DWZ, Wishart. No. Roosters 28 defeat the Eels 18. A lot of Manu's getting around here. Manu doesn't bang.
No. I find he rarely does when you want him to. He does sometimes. I'm not saying...
I've banged on him.
I've banged on him as well. He's not a he never bangs.
I never have.
But I struggle to bang on it. I feel like, and maybe that's just I'm going on him too frequently.
Yeah, but he's too alpha. He's like, I'll fucking bang when I want to. I don't have to bang for you.
No, he won't. He'll never bang for me. But you know who does bang for me? Crichton. Angus always
AC?
bangs for me.
AC
he always
bangs.
does, man.
Yeah, but he's a friend.
I know, but I should have
It's
just
different.
gone him and the Roosters. Like it was a simple fucking bet.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
You didn't. The Lippy was a Teddy short. Teddy's always a fucking curveball, putting him in my opinion. Seagulls 30, defeat the Dragons 14. Famous win. Shout out to those who tuned into the live stream.
Shout out to the Mad Dragon.
Skipping over my first, second, third, eh?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Trying to
You
keep me
did.
quiet.
Rue got first,
You're
second,
gagging me
third.
over here.
Pauga.
Oh, you did.
Pauga?
Look, he was named
Sorry,
at left
mate.
centre. We
I
got
did
to
miss
kick
that.
off, and he was on the right wing. I thought,
You can speak
this
up though,
is
buddy.
Beautiful. I did, mate. I did. I didn't want to interrupt you though. Yeah.
$7.
First, second, third, back where I belong.
So for those paying attention, Rue having quite the weekend so far. He's 3 from 5 or 3 from 6 at this point. Pretty good.
Mate, I went at
Not a
that
bad
half
clip.
a point against Sebo. Could have put me in for a biblical week. That would have been fun.
Biblical week would be an understatement. We'll get to the leaderboard shortly. Seagulls 30 defeat the Dragons 14. Mad Dragon came on. We pumped him. We humped him. We took him to school. Now, Sebo and Guru, you were just fucking copying each other last week, weren't you? You're a Tommy Talau short, which is disappointing.
Yeah, I was so pissed off with myself watching this because it's like I went against everything I say. Just because someone scored 3, like don't go on the try scorer who scored 4 the week before. Like I hate that
No,
shit.
yeah,
I
it's
hate
dumb.
it's so goddamn dumb. You should have gone sub. Sub did like it just
It's
pisses
dumb.
me off. It pisses me off that I went against my
But
constitution. Like,
Where's the whip? Do we have that bondage whip? You need to.
I need
give
a
yourself
cat of
couple
nine
whips.
tails.
Yeah,
Take
we
me to
got
old
one in
City
here.
Town. Where is it? It's still around?
There's one around.
We do it. There's one on the fridge. Okay.
I was listen, Lehigh Hopewadi, first try of his career. That was just a great call from me. And then I had him and Hamole first or second, $57, and Hamole scored third.
It's disappointing.
It was upsetting.
It's disappointing.
It's upsetting.
It's disappointing. Panthers 26 defeated the Knights 18 in the last game of the round. Rue, I'll go to you first, mate. Make you feel nice.
Yeah, Bradman Best was always due here. I think he was at about 3:45, which was sensational. I expected them to go through that right edge that had been defending awfully for Penrith. Came off a kick, but we'll take it. Bradman Best,
It was a great one
3:45.
there because I remember seeing that going, really? Bradman?
Good little matchup.
That was a good fucking bet, Rue.
Spare of thought for those that had Bradman Best into Alamotti, because that doesn't get up. Now, the unit scoopers. Spare of thought for those on that had Titans -4 in there to ruin another fucking unit scooper.
Spare thought for me. I knew my weekend was fucked. Boss Socko's over.
You ended
I'm
up going.
happy.
You ended up just having 2 legs
Because my 2 fucking other legs dropped out. I already put the bet on. So I had Oates who was out and Dave Fafita was out. So I had Bostock and Kotrick, and then I'm just watching Kotrick
That would
go
have been
nowhere.
paying 2 to 1 or
It was
something.
paying nothing.
Yeah, well, I almost wish it got up. I didn't know what the odds were.
No, I didn't even
that
look
would have
at
been
it.
adjusted
It would
to
have been
about
absolute
350 to 1.
horse
Yeah.
shit.
But I had Fish +9.5, over 49.5 in the Raiders game. Bunnies +4.5, Roosters -6.5, but the fucking Titans, Christ alive. I've been so fucking close in these scoopers, and I just can't jam one of the cunts.
I was
Pissing me
very
off.
nervous about yours over
Yeah,
the weekend.
I
thought
didn't
you
even
were
know
hard.
it was on.
Mate,
And when you said it-
halfway through the fucking Titans game, I'm like, I'm done. It's over. Fucking, I didn't say anything, but I was feeling it.
I thought you did say something. Or was that for...
I said, don't crow me.
okay.
Sometimes it's worth saying something though, not necessarily crow, but if you start to feel it so much internally,
That you have to say something?
But like, just say something, get it out, release the pressure valve a little
True,
bit. You know what I
true.
mean?
Because sometimes you sit there going, like, I don't want to... Like, it's overwhelming. I'm
Yeah.
suddenly no longer... Like, I might be
then-
changing the course of the fucking...
That energy is more powerful to multiverse kind of shit, where
Yeah.
your bet's not going to get up than just typing a WhatsApp message. You know what I mean?
Keep it in mind.
Think about.
Something to think about. Rue, you were 3 from 4 again.
Fucking Stags, man. 70 to 1, Katoni Stags. Just
Yeah, wow.
get some ball at that end of the field. How
Thank
fucking
Christ he
hard
didn't
is it?
score.
Oh, he didn't want to get ball. That's the problem. Lippy was 4 from 6. Rue had KPP. Feels like a throwaway.
That was a throwaway.
In the hot seat.
No comment.
So that will go to Sebo, and we are in week 7.
No one's hit one. Is that where we're at?
I
No
hit
one-
the first one.
Meant to be
week
our lock
one,
of the
that's
week.
it.
The whole concept, wasn't it? Lock of the week.
Well,
yeah.
sort of.
Well, listen, it's more like musical chairs. We're like fucking rude. He just throws them away and then waits for someone to just hand him the
I will
money.
say this, Dylan Lucas replaced KPP and crossed over. So maybe it was the week. I think that might have been the one that got away.
But remember, Roo's got to win this one for a baggy green. Like, well, no, it doesn't matter how he goes.
No, he's got. There's two more.
Oh, there's one more,
There's
isn't
two
there?
more.
I prefer a grandstand
Because
finish.
you won the first one, didn't you, you fucking bastard? Oh, well, forget what I'm saying. Carry on.
Weekly leaderboard. Sebo, 3 from 9, 11.04 units. Roo, 4 from
That's
9.
much needed, Sebo.
That is
9.16. Not a bad week for the Roo either. Tom, 1.38, Lippy, 0.4, and I was none from 9, minus 4.23. Pathetic. Overall leaderboard. Roo is about even.
Wow,
now.
Roo.
Well done, Roo.
Wow.
He's 0.13 units in the red. 13 from 141 bets, 9.21% of his bet percentage.
Coming into his own.
Legs are 33.92. He's going like a fucking Ferrari, the kid. 0.13 in the red. You call that about even, punters and dribblers. You just do. I'm in second, minus 27.68. Lippy, minus 35.78. Tom, minus 42.1. And importantly for Sebastian, he's now minus 64.21. He's fucking turned this
Back in the
ship
60s,
around.
baby.
Get me to the 50s and I'm cheering, you know what I mean?
You've turned this thing around. What'd you get up to? 80 maybe? 78?
No, you got 80s, didn't you?
Oh, like, yeah.
Remember.
I can't remember, but it was definitely 70s. Maybe even 80s. Like, I definitely had like $200 left in
We
the bank.
should
at one
really be
point.
having like some sort of a plaque for like worst evers.
Well, you have to do it by the end of the season, you think. Otherwise, there would be.
yeah, that's what I mean though, right? So for
But
like
lowest-
the lowest you've got.
The lowest at the end of the season or
Yeah.
the lowest point?
Lowest points you've ever
As
got.
in like the Mariners Trench.
the Mariana
fucking-
Trench.
Mariana
Yeah,
Trench.
Mariana Trench. Yeah, you got to do that.
Who's got the lowest? Just live. Now, that is accountability.
Beautiful. Let's punt. Let's do it. Got a shortened round this week. Buy round footy. You'd think that we'd remember that when we're betting. I bet you we haven't.
I have tried.
We have got. Who's our Lippy this week, Sebo?
I'll get his name up.
get his
but
name up?
He's basically the king of live bets. He sent me through some slips where it wasn't multis, but he took like 3 live bets for next try scorer in a game and got them all.
Oh,
so
wow.
like, so I was like,
the king of live bets.
the king of live next try scorer.
How's he,
off the
how's he going to go fucking 6 days out?
Yeah, it looks pretty yippy. Connor Bodman.
Connor Bodman. Change
Bod. Oh, the Bodman.
All right.
Fuck
Connor
yeah,
Bodman.
bruh.
Bodman. Is that a fucking, or is that odd bod something? Does anyone remember what odd
How
bod
do you
is?
spell that? How do you spell Bodman?
Bodman. Odd bods were epic. I think I only threw
the
mine out
cards?
like 5 years ago when my parents like forced me to all my old shit. But it was like cards with wacky like 90s cards. You know in the 90s how like all our shows and stuff were fucking abstract as hell.
Rocco's Modern
They're
Life.
Like, oh, and so they'd had the hot ones where you'd rub
Yeah.
them and they would reveal something.
Yeah.
And then you'd have the cold ones. Really big kind of odd bods economy. Back in primary school, you know, I loved primary school. We had odd bods are in, then Tarzos are in, then Pogs are
Crazy
in, then
Bones.
Yoho Diablo's
Tech
in.
decks.
Crazy, yeah, like just
Even those
Yu-Gi-Oh,
BMX
that
ones.
shit.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
What the hell's that?
Do you remember Yu-Gi-Oh?
I remember Yu-Gi-Oh.
You know, like Yu-Gi-Oh?
That maybe didn't make it to barrel.
Didn't. Clearly.
I don't know, made it that far south. First game.
Made over the Great Dividing Range,
Might have started there.
which is one of the great ranges of
Oh,
all
it's
time.
fucking oath it is. It's not a range.
It was considered impenetrable.
not a range to be trifled with, Eddie.
No.
Dolphins, Storm, Fish, Storm, Storm, Fish, Suncorp Stadium, $2.65 for the Fish, $1.48 for the Storm. 6 points is the line, 48.5 total. Rando for the first time today, officially. How are you? Before we actually get you to say anything and Todd
Okay.
the Chiefs me again, you were acting this week, your acting debut.
Yeah, absolutely. Had a little acting debut with Bulldogs hooker Reed Miney. Great bloke. Definitely not a pest off the field. Promoting a new beer. So, yeah.
Also, Mark Nawanga-Nitawase.
Nawanga-Natazi.
May I drop that name again? Also, that other Waratahs back row.
Charlie Gamble, yep.
Charlie Gamble. And then I don't know who the guy in the middle was.
Christian Yasmin, they call him the...
Scott's boy.
Yes, he is. Another Scots
The
boy.
College of Knowledge just turned.
Is he the
fuck up
NFL
today.
kid?
No, his brother is the NFL kid. He plays for Randwick. He's a Colt.
Okay.
There
Shoot
you
shield.
fucking go.
Yeah.
So-
Lebanese Lamborghini, I think they call him.
Can we just...
The what?
The Lebanese Lamborghini.
Like that.
that's-
that's
yeah,
that's
Pack-
fun.
Pack athletic
That's fun.
term.
We can't advertise booze on this show for obvious reasons, but I would like, Tobler, for us to pause right now and use to put a clip of Rando's performance right here.
Take it away, Rando.
Boys, I've crunched the numbers. There's no way the Bulldogs can make the 8 this year. They haven't been the top 8 team all year. Yeah, the Roosters with 12 men, but you know what I'm saying, Mark? And also, they've missed the most tackles out of any team in the competition. Check this shit out.
Yeah, cool, man.
Anyway, beers anyone? Oh, hey Reed.
Good acting, though. From,
Thank you.
From
Is that
Randy's
right?
talking.
Looking noticeably fuckable too.
Yeah, he was
Is that
looking
right?
hot. Yeah.
Bit of makeup on?
Yeah, bit of makeup. Mate, I was the lead in my Year 6 musical. I know what I'm doing.
Is that right?
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
What,
I didn't
what
want
was
to
the
flex
play?
there.
What was the play?
Beauty and the Beast.
All
I
right,
was
sing us some.
LeFou.
What, so
Come
you were
on,
the
sing
best-
I'm not
something.
going to say something.
Sing something.
I can't remember
Sing
it.
for
I
me.
can't remember it.
Tell us all this time.
No,
Come
I'm not
on.
going to sing
Come on, give
anything.
us 3
I'm going to
lines.
sing. I'm retired.
3 lines.
No, I can't remember any lines. I
Bullshit.
literally cannot remember
Come
any
on,
lines.
mate. You're in content
No,
now.
I know. No. Can't do it.
And then were you not also like, someone shared something around? It's a big week for Rando. Didn't he? Was he like some? Did they put a Facebook post up about him or something? Tobler, you put in the about
maybe in
even
the
chat.
chat.
MOM.
Ma-
You get a man of the match.
Yeah, I got man of the match as well. It's been a big week. Week
What
as well.
a fucking
week.
Yeah,
wait.
huge week.
Where
Huge
is
week.
it? I'm just
Put that one up then.
Player of the match, Nathan Corbet. Look at it. Look at that action shot. Look at his arms.
Yeah, wow.
Did you get the win? Must have.
No, we drew,
Oh,
unfortunately.
you drew.
Yeah.
How many tries you score?
Just the one, mate. Just the one.
Just the
One of the great 2-meter pick and drives,
No,
I think they're calling it.
I thought one of the sponsors in your arm might have gone into liquidation.
They probably have. It's a last year's photo, so
Wasn't paying his debts.
cost a
Looks
lot to be an
like
arm sponsor for Mossman, mate.
Who's the arm sponsor there? Ah, okay. Pay your bills. Mister. All right. So, Rando, what's going on for this game? Where are we?
So it's going to be dry at Suncorp Stadium for this one. The interesting stat here, Wayne Bennett coming up against his old apprentice Craig Bellamy. Wayne hasn't beaten Craig Bellamy at Suncorp since 2005, losing his last 9 games at the venue against him. So I do like the Storm here. Last week I highlighted the Finns' left side weakness. Nikora not only scored, but he had 2 assists and 3 line breaks. This week it's Eli Katoa's turn. He scored in 4 of his last 5 games and will be running at his brother from another mother, Isaiah Katoa.
Okay.
Love that.
I hate when I hear something from Rando that directly conflicts what I'm thinking of doing, but I don't trust. This is by round footy.
It's by round
actually
footy.
Good.
No.
that he contradicts what I'm going with.
Insert that fool me once, fool me twice fucking line.
Yeah. Well, insert the bit where I think George W. Bush says it. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me. Fool me twice, and you never get fooled again.
100%. It was basically all fucking underdogs last buy round. Things get funky as fuck in buy round footy, and for that reason, I look at it. Storm should win. They should win well. The stats are on their side. That's why they won't.
Yep.
That's why I like the Dolphins. I like Bostock and Tyron Wishart. He's got something about him. And he's banged for me a lot this year. He's gone a little bit quiet. So I'm like, bang, get him in. 16-19.
Jeez, I feel like he scored 2 tries a week ago, maybe a week before. He hasn't gone quiet, but
The last couple of weeks.
But he likes to
But he was
bang.
scoring every
When he
week.
comes in for the Storm, he bangs. I'm the exact same bet as yours, but I'm not going wishy. Much love to you, brah. But I am throwing in Katoa, which was a random stat. So I've got Fish, Bostock, Katoa, and that's 13.62.
Nice.
And you take that. So
I've got the same bet, but taking Storm. I get it that buy round
Edge.
happens, but Pat's back.
Etch.
Etch.
Storm are what, losing Grant? That's it.
Munster's already out.
Munster's already out, so forget that. He's been out.
Coates.
Finisher, you know what I mean? But losing Hammer, like the best player in the world at the moment.
Trey Fuller, bro. Ever heard of him?
Yeah, I guess Trey's there.
T-R-I.
I just figured
AI.
Storm all...
Trey R.I. Is that what you
Trey
said?
Shout out to the great Treys. Ryan, brother from the OC.
We did, mate, exactly. But this
We've
is
done
like-
that before.
Yeah, right, but this is also Trey Palmer home and away, Luke Bracey.
Oh, yeah. That's... but
Tried
he
to
was
blow
a-
up a bus.
Yeah.
Bit of a bad boy. Came in and ruffled feathers, if
Yeah.
memory serves.
Yep. But this is an AI, TRAI. You just don't get that, dude.
You don't.
You don't get it.
I just think, I'm not going to overcomplicate it. Just Storm. Bostock's just like an AJ of 2 years ago, and Katoa is just banging every week. So basically, if we get our ATSs done early, then it's a you and I head-to-head Fish versus Storm, if we get them early.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we do.
Yeah, I think we will.
Boys, Suafalongo moves to the wing this week. I'm going to take him. I think JMK re-signed with the Dolphins this week. I think he's in for a big game. And then I don't know why the traders keep giving the Dolphins these outrageous lines. You get like $1.70 for a 12.5 for the Dolphins. I love that.
That's gobble me up, buttercup sort of stuff.
Did well for me last week.
Yep.
$16.89 for that.
I give that a pounding, all things considered, at the Cass this
And
afternoon.
what is our odd bods testy pop from me? I acknowledge it because I'm a man of honour. Odd bods.
Well, you have to if you call everyone else out.
Yeah, you do.
Almost ruined Ned Brockman's career. Storm minus 6.5. Katoa, Azarko, Fa'alongo combined for 2. So Katoa, Azarko, and
I think
Fa'alongo.
it's Katoa for 1, and then Azarko and Fa'alongo combined for 2.
Well, let's not confuse ourselves here. Now, that's $9.30. That's the game.
All right, we move on to the Titans v. the Wawas. This is at Seabus, $2.50 for the Titans. Warriors $1.53, the line 4.5, the total 50.5 rugby league points. Rando.
It's going to be a dry track on the Gold Coast. The Titans, they've lost their last 12 Saturday 3 p.m. games
Perfect.
with
Just where I
9.
want it.
With 9 of the last 10 Saturday 3 p.m. games on the Gold Coast having gone overs. So I do like it over 50.5 points. For try scorers, Jaden Campbell has a good record against the Warriors, scoring 4 tries in his 4 games against them. He scored last week against the Tigers, and he could snipe while the eyes will be on David Fafita, his second-row partner there. So look for a Jaden Campbell dummy and run.
I'm just going to get this one out of the way. I'm going Waz minus 4.5, triple staked. I don't think the Waz are like relevant in the buy around footy chat because they don't lose anyone for Origin. So it's just
Doesn't
like-
matter.
No, but it does for me. That's my belief.
Well, but that's what we said about the fucking Roosters the other week, and they got pumped.
the Roosters
I don't think he played last
are
week.
Origin affected. The Waz are not.
Is Mitch Barnett 18th man? Is he? Or
Yeah, he might be actually.
so he will be.
Capewell missed
I don't
that.
think
He was injured.
I don't think Kurt Capewell's
Origin
played the last
affected.
couple of games anyway.
Yeah,
If
no,
not
that's
off the
fine.
bench.
Listen, don't wig me out. I've just gone triple stake. Waz minus 4.5. I think they win, and 4.5 ain't that much.
I buy round footy Saturday 3 p.m. on the Gold Coast. This is the Titans slot.
Yeah.
This is their Super Bowl. I would not be going against that.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that reason, I like Titans, I like Jojo Fafita, and I like Campbell at 13.20.
12 straight losses Saturday 3 p.m. for the Titans. Anyway.
Yes, yeah, but fucking hook that to my veins, bruh.
Yeah.
Buy round footy, are we not getting it? We sat here in the first fucking week and we go, oh, the fucking Roosters will win, mate. Look at that side. It's a fucking unbelievable side. Who'd they lose to?
Cowboys, a great team. They're premiers.
Exactly. Who were more affected than anyone. You can't fucking pick this shit.
What's the weather doing?
It's going to be dry track.
Yeah, I didn't know it was 3 p.m. And I looked at this game and I just threw in 3 try scorers because I'm like, it's just going to be Point City, right? Like Wars versus Titans. Didn't know that it was going to be in the Gold Coast. Didn't know it was going to be raining. 50.5 points. If they can get it done in the shithole Canberra, they can get it done up in the Gold. I'm going to triple the overs.
Look at this man start to make moves.
Here we go.
He's into the 60s now, dude. He's only into the negative 60s. He can start tripling.
Over 50.
I love that. Again, clip it up. I'm never tripling again.
Yeah. I was in this show moves like a week is like a year in every other else's life. So, yeah, I had a bit of time off. Now I'm back. But like Titans versus Warriors.
Or should it be unders because everyone thinks that teams like Titans at 3 p.m. will go overs?
I know.
I think that when there's like certain truths in life, you just have to accept it. It's not like trying to.
Is it pouring? Is it pouring rain?
No, so I said it's dry.
So it's no rain.
No
so it
rain.
should be so it should they should be over. So you should go unders.
No, that's only works for unders. You can't like apply the same logic.
Like, are you sure? I feel like it should be unders now.
No.
Don't you do the opposite?
No. It's not like that. It's just unders lull you in with dumb stats that make you think you're smart, right? That's what unders does to you.
Right.
Overs, you just got to go like, okay, these team love points. 3 p.m. on the Goldie. For two teams who essentially, like the Wars, what do the Wars do? They come out and score 20 points in the first, 20 minutes every game and then get 40 put on them. That's what happens. The Titans will do the same thing. Look, it's just a smart bet. If Canberra was 50 points, Canberra, of all places, 50 points.
Mate, I just wanted you to justify yourself.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Show you're working.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm
Roo,
pretty happy.
I am very close to going with Sebo.
Yes, do it, Roo.
are you going the unders? Is this a fucking...
No, fuck no. But I think I'm going to stick with my bet. I reckon I do think you get a stack of points up there. I think Kano Kinney, AFB, Roger Tuivasa second, Phil Sami's at like $3, which I think is outrageous.
Dude, I love that bet, Roo.
$74. I really like that.
I love that bet. I'll be following you in my civilian life
Good looking bet.
without the cape on.
Lippy, Waz win, Pompey or Cozzy or RTS will combine for 2+. Loves this market. And under 50.5, 575.
This guy, that's one of the more scat looking bets I've seen for a while.
I don't like the combined market.
It's
He's a live better. He can only
it's a
snipe
rank
when he's like shooting from the hip.
Well,
Even
he's all at
prep,
sea.
he
He's
sucks.
all at sea.
Nah, dude, that's
He's all at
disgusting.
sea.
All right, Roosters doggies. Now this one will fuck you. Roosters dogs industry double E group stadium. No idea where that is.
Central Coast.
Sunny Coast.
They find a sponsor.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
cute.
Fucking
It
oath.
was Blue Tongue for many years.
Oh, is that Blue Tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. It's Blue Tongue. $1.36 for the Roosters. $3.15 for the Dogs. 8.5 is the line. 50.5 the total, Rando.
Yep. Bulldogs are looking to do the double on the Roosters for the first time since 2016, which was also the last time the Dogs made the finals. However, the Roosters, they have a really good record against the Dogs, and they also have won their last 5 Saturday games on the Central Coast. For try scorers, James Tedesco has scored 13 tries in 11 games against the Dogs, scoring 7 in his last 5 games. He also scored a double in each of his last 2 games on the Sunny Coast. Possible shower for this one as well, so keep an eye on that.
Possible shower. Now, Eddie, I'm going to go to you, Mr. Buy-Around Footy here, because you got to be about it. You know what I mean?
I am about it.
I know you
I'm
are.
100% about it. You got to fucking be about it, and then you got to, what's the saying? Be about it.
Just be about it, dude.
Just be about it. Bulldogs will win this game. We know that. If you're going to give me 375, buy around, underdog stuff, I will be taking it. And Jamin Salmon. We all know about that guy. He's got that dog in him.
Silly salmon.
$11.73, punters and dribblers. I need to be, if I come out of this game having won no bets, which is fucking highly likely, at least I can look myself in the mirror come Monday and go, at least you took the Dogs. Because last time the buy-around footy came around, you said to yourself, remember, underdogs fucking win. And I sit down and I listen to all the fucking stats and the bullshit and all the shiny fucking toys and all the players, and I get hoodwinked. And I came out of that fucking round with nothing to show for it, even though the fucking unit scoopers should have been Dogs, all of them. Thanks for coming. See you later. Pack things up. Go home. I would have weighed 50, 60 units. I'd be shitting all over it, but I don't listen to myself. I'm going to listen to myself now.
Glass bottom boat him.
I'd love to glass bottom boat Roo, and he'd love me to glass bottom boat him.
That's
Maybe.
Roo, maybe you can speak to that. Would you?
Yeah, no, I'm here for it. Why not?
Okay.
You only live once, boys.
Listen, my honour won't be tested this time, so I'm
Okay.
fucking dogging up.
All right, Roo, what are you doing?
I am going to go Bronson Cherry, obviously, with Matty Burton back in there. I like that left edge for Canterbury. Victor Radley, got a few players out. Rad stands up for a big game, might be super coach bias there. And mate, I think the Dogs are a serious chance to win this. I got like $1.70 for plus 14.5, so I'm happy to swallow that up as well.
Goblet.
Yep.
I'm liking what you're doing with those lines, Roo.
During this bye round footy, you're getting so many close games. And the underdogs, they're just giving too much for them, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I think that's a couple of nice lines back to back here,
Roo's
son.
really growing into himself.
Well, he's growing into the season.
He's growing into the season.
Well, he didn't know. Listen, I think it's fair to say, and I think you'll agree with me, Roo, that you didn't know how to punt. Basically, at the start of the season, you're starting to feel things out. You're starting to get a vibe.
You're
for
learning
it.
off us.
You're learning off us.
Learning off you guys.
Yeah. Well, but sometimes
we're
you
getting
learn
there.
by
Listen,
seeing
Where'd
our
you cut your
mistakes.
teeth? Where'd you cut your teeth? With your mates. So don't fucking discredit where you've got to. Where we've helped you grow to.
Correct. Sebo?
Yeah, like I used to have a fishing boat, as I've referenced a lot. And
What happened to that thing?
basically, when the guys who we own the fishing boat with all got into golf together, and then Baz moved to Canada, who was like the guy who looked after it.
Was he
essentially.
the captain?
Well, it wasn't his boat, but he was so excited to have another boat out there with mates that he would just look after our boat for us. And then when I met Millie, I was like, oh, I've got a boat, we can go out fishing, and then drove up to the thing with her there, and there was like a fucking ant's nest in it, like I knew how to wire the electrics, but it just was so fucked.
Covered in bird shit, wasn't it?
Just covered in shit. We just traded it in and just like, got
And
some
tickets?
more clubs.
Did you get tickets for it? 'Cause wasn't it just
Tickets?
parked illegally on the fucking...
Oh, we got a couple tickets for it, yeah. But it just, it was a piece of shit anyway.
It was a piece of
What'd you pay for it?
7?
What'd you sell it for?
Like 3.5.
Nice.
You know what? I saw him the other day. No, but like we sold it essentially for scrap. We sold it for scrap, right? And the guy was like, "Oh, this boat's fucked. $1,000 of scrap." And I was like, "Well, let's just ask him for more." And he was like, more than happy. And then I've driven past it, like it's near the RPA, like not the RPA, like Royal Women's Hospital, because when Millie was in there with the kids. I was like driving around there, like, there's our fucking boat. Still going. Someone bought it. But look, when you don't know shit about, you can spend all the money you want on a sounder to try find your big kingies and stuff. But people just fucking knowledge sometimes. 30 meters away, they seem to be catching shit. I'm here because there's like little sunken wreckages where the little fish come, the big fish come. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing in this game. Roo seems to be banging at least 50% of the time. I'm happy to try hitch my wagon to his little fishing hole right now and just Control C, Control V, because I'm not happy with my bet. And the odds would say that I've got a 50-50 shot of getting one of Roo's. You know what I mean? Just net that kingy with him.
Room on that boat for one more. I'm doing the exact same thing. Fuck it. I'm coming on board.
And the Lippy, Bulldogs win, Manu and Skelton, 12:48.
Skelton, Will Skelton's cousin or brother, I believe, a former Wallabies captain.
Cousin,
Will
I
Skelton.
think. Yeah.
Cuz, is that right?
Big bit of gear.
On the wing, he must be fucking humongous.
He's enormous, yeah.
He's had 10 tackle breaks or more in 3 New South Wales Cup games. Run for over
freak,
200 and like
Fair
8
dinkum.
of them.
What's his ATS bang situation? Just out of
Well, he's on the left edge there for the Bulldogs. So as Guru highlighted, there's going to be some heat there with
just
Burton there.
quickly having a look here, punters. And
You reckon he'll play left side?
Yeah, he'll play left. Blake Wilson's always
240,
right.
not the worst. Just to have a little.
He
look
usually
at.
plays right in reserve grade.
It's okay.
I've seen.
It's not great
Well,
for
they
him.
always move
But
Carraz
if
over
he's
to the
gonna
left.
bang,
So I feel
it's
Wilson's going to be
guaranteed
safe
bang.
there.
It's not okay. If it was $3, I'm loading.
Two-
Pelican
240 's
stuff.
pretty
Or Nile Crocodile.
Or
Take your pick.
Easter Show clown game.
That's right.
If he is on the left side, like Rando's saying, that's an absolute special.
240.
City.
Yeah, I love that.
A spash.
If he's on the left side, yeah.
Okay. Well, can you let us know pre-game,
In the
please?
group.
He
Rando?
reckons he
Yeah,
will
we'll
be,
do.
yeah.
I think he'll be on the left. Let me just double check because
No,
I
but like
remember them
pre-game,
playing.
pre-game, just
They
go,
both played against
he's
the
on the
Rabbitohs
left,
earlier.
it's a spash.
Bang it.
Bang that thing.
Bang it.
Oh, that'd just be nice to get,
Giraffe
maybe just get a message or two in there from you, mate.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Just, say g'day.
against South.
And our Lippy is... Have we
already
got him?
done
Oh,
it.
we done him. Sorry, that's good. We move on to the match of the round. Punters and dribblers. Manly v. the Rabbitohs at a core stadium widely considered the greatest shithole in the Southern Hemisphere. Dare I say the world, a core stadium. $1.46 for the Rabbitohs, $2.75 for Manly. 7.5 points is the line. 50.5 is the total points. And just a quick shout out to noted halfback Carl Lawton, starting at 7 for the Seagulls. Rando.
As mentioned earlier, there's going to be a possible shower there. 5 to 10 millimetres expected during kickoff, a 60% chance there. Obviously, some players out for both sides. Latrell Mitchell, the big one for South Sydney, they have lost their last 6 games without him. Manly, they lost both games without Daly Cherry Evans last year. However, they have won their last 3 games without DCE when they've had a 200-gamer in the halves, that obviously being Kieran Foran at the time. So Manly not too bad odds floating out there at 275. With Latrell out, we will be looking at Cody Walker to lead the play. Right next to him is the great man Richie Kenner of scoring the first ever try in Vegas fame. He scored a double in that match, which was against Manly. He scored a double in both games he has played against the Seagulls. Comes up at 265 here for any time try scorer.
Could you imagine if a year ago, boys, I told you that Carl Lawton would be your halfback, Luke Brooks would be your captain and 5'8", and Lehigh Opawade be your fullback, in which you'd say, who?
Yeah,
Wild.
dude. Yeah, you know what? And at that time,
Not to mention Jake Simpkin, your hooker.
I would have been in some sort of distress. I would have been needed to put on a drip or something just to try and, or a coma.
It would have been
Medically induced, obviously.
yeah, drip him up.
Yeah. But it's not a year ago, Roo. It's fucking right now.
It's 2024,
and you know
mate.
what, dude?
Check the tapes.
I love Luke Brooks as captain. I think the C looks good in him on the peninsula.
Well, he's got leadership
He's got
qualities.
listen, the rescue dog is no longer a battered dog who's, getting kicked and made to fucking sleep outside. He's in a lovely bed. He gets pats, he gets belly rubs, he gets whatever he needs.
He gets hugs, he gets kisses.
Now he gets the fucking captain's collar on.
Yeah.
He loves that.
Well, he goes to another level, doesn't he?
Yeah, man.
He goes out, man of the match.
Just because we got some outs, sure, but we actually are.
We've got some ins, though.
We're a stacked side.
We've got some
this
ins,
year.
though.
We're a stacked side this
Again,
year.
Carl Lawton playing 7.
Carl Lawton, 7. Nathan Brown starting.
Ins.
Ben Trebojevic still there. Don't worry.
Ins.
There's a debutant coming off the bench for South Sydney that might interest you two, boys. Liam LeBlanc.
Liam LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
Oh, Liam LeBlanc.
That guy
What
needs
position
it.
is he?
He needs his own line.
He's a forward. I think he's a second rower.
Liam LeBlanc. That is fucking biblical. I actually hate that he's debuting against Manly.
Liam LeBlanc.
I think Manly win this one. I love that Tommy Talau didn't score last week because that means he will. Also, with Luke Brooks being captain and Carl Lawton being the 7, I assume Luke Brooks is going to be more left side dominant. He's going to control the fucking game. It's going to be going Brooks' way. That's Tommy Talau. Lehigh, with a bit more responsibility on his young but gorgeous shoulders. He's going to get 2 in 2 weeks. And then Jai Gray, just because I'm trying to juice the odds, Jai Gray at the back. South will score some points, I assume. So Jai Gray goes over. Manly, Talau, Hopper, Gray, 27-16.
You've been very quiet on the Richie Kenner front. of
Fucking
late.
Richie Kenner. Listen, I obviously was talked out of the greatest bet of all time, the Vegas bet. I will never forgive you for it. Thankfully, when we recorded it, I don't have much of a memory of it, so it's not as stinging as it probably would.
I don't remember it at all. That shouldn't shock anyone. Won't shock the guy who edited it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lot of stuff on the cutting room floor, punters and dribblers.
Never see the light of day.
I'm going to keep it simple. Lehigh, Cooler, 796. I need to take a result out of this game for fear of having a heart attack. I just need results. I need wins. I need 2 points. Manly's in the 8 now. Yeah, you heard it. We're in
Entrenched.
the 8. We're entrenched. I just want to see Lehigh and Cooler bang for me. Bang early, bang honest, bang true. 796.
I'm going to go for Ethan Bullimore.
Like this bet as well. It's annoyed me. I've
second.
eyeballed it. I like the look of it.
I don't know why he's not in your team every week. I reckon
Yep.
he's a gun, Ethan Bullimore.
He's also a great bloke with a great handshake.
Very sturdy.
Doesn't shock me. Starting in the front row here, so first or second, he'll be on the field for those. 23-1. I like it.
Just can you just remind me to have a little bit of a civilly on that when the
Little
game
civilly
arrives?
pie.
Yeah, exactly. Sebo?
Does Burbo play on Luke Brooks' side? Doesn't he on the left? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm thinking he might go right edge with Hamoli out because
damn.
he has gone right side before as well to fill that
Well, I'm
gap.
just hoping he stays on the left because that's all Manly have is like Luke Brooks to Burbo at the moment. So I'm going to take him. And then Cody. Cody's just, those balls that you've got that were bouncy balls, but they kind of were like cut at all the edges that are like, and you'd throw them and you didn't know where the fuck it was going to go, like just all over the shop kind of thing. Cody's got one of them and he can just throw it anywhere and just bounce it straight to him. You know what I mean? Like anytime there's a little bit of like, someone's kicked it, but it's bounced off something, just finds It's way into his hands, and he just scores a try. At 7, I absolutely love him. So just Cody to score what he's been doing in Burbo. Hopefully, Manly get a couple tries. That's 10-23.
5 tries in his last 5 games against Manly, so he's good.
There we go. Look at that.
Nice vibe. It's a nice vibe. A couple of boys starting to warm up. Lippy, Gray, White, and Lehigh Brooks, $97.05 rugby league cents.
That's a fucking lot of money for not a crazy bet. It's not that crazy a bet. That's a fucking monster.
It's not crazy. It's not that crazy.
What I mean is it's not that crazy. The odds are.
Yep.
That's
we
a monster.
might have to
I'll
fact check that.
Fact check that.
Although 4 try scorers,
Listen.
Brooks would be paying a fair bit.
he'd be 4s, wouldn't he? 4 to 5.
Where's Lukey Brooks? 540.
Yeah, well then.
Jesus.
Nah, it's starting to make
skipper.
sense. Starting to make sense.
I might have to have a little Civilli on that too. I'm
Just load
thank
up,
God
bruh.
for Civillis. Final game. Tigers v. the Raiders. Campbelltown Sports Stadium. Our producer, Cody Totes, will be out there handing out tote bags. Find him on the hill. If there's a hill out there, I don't know. $2.35 the Tigers. $1.60 the Raiders. 4.5 is the line. 48.5 total points. Rando, what's the weather doing? What's the vibe out there?
First of all, Gerald Skelton will be playing left wing, Guru. Right wing. Blake Wilson
wing.
has gone to the left every time.
So he's not
for that
playing
one.
left.
So he's not playing left. He's going to play right. Anyway, back to this one. It's going to be dry on Sunday at Campbelltown. The Raiders, they have a great record against the Tigers, winning their last 8 games. They've won their last 7 away games against them as well, with 6 of those last 7 games being by a winning margin of 8+ points. So I think that -4.5 line is something to eat up. For try scorers, the Tigers' left edge was pretty shocking on the weekend. I think they let in 3 line breaks in the first 5 minutes to Jojo Fafita. They've conceded 7 tries in the last 5 games to right wingers, a try in each of their last 3. Nick Kotrick, 215, but if you want some more value, Matt Tomoko is out to 265. He also scored last time he was opposed to Justin Olam.
Listen, you're nothing without consistency in this life, punters and dribblers. That's just a lesson that you can take with you. I will be taking the Tigers. Why? Because they're the fucking underdogs. It's as simple as that. Tigers to win. Huddy Young, because Huddy was dropped by Madge, and I expect a little bit of a, you forgot about me, brah, game out of the Englishman, who's from Maitland. And Justin Olam, because he just, if anyone's for the Tigers going to score, it's probably him. They don't have a heap to work with. $13.45.
I like Raiders -4.5, and I like Huddy 2+. And I'm not listening to underdogs, and I know I should be, and it makes me anxious. But fuck it, there's not much to this game. It's a bit of a poo slinger, especially in a bye round. But the Raiders again haven't lost anyone to Origin,
Get Huddy back, that's it.
and they get Huddy back. Tigers stink, even though Coruscant's still there, but Raiders -4.5, Huddy 2+, 11.78.
I'm on the edge of copying Sebo's bet, so I want to hear what he's got for us.
Well, I
you
actually, because I
Convince me.
saw your
He's edging.
Tarpanay, and I've been on Tarpanay a couple of times this year, and fuck me, he's gotten close. And I don't think he's scored at all yet.
No,
this
not
year.
yet.
We know he's going to score once this year, and I saw Rue, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm not having someone steal my Tarpanay. I've been fucked over with Piakura in the same position, laughed out of the room, then he scores the next week, you know what I mean? So I have to be on Tarpanay. And it's like 850. Huddy, again, back from Origin. Against the Tigers, could be a lot of points. He's going to score at least once and just go, there's some, Englishmen don't like being fucking dropped, you know what I mean? And so they've got stiff upper lips, you know what I mean? They get off the fucking beaches down in wherever the hell they were, and everyone had to come and get them in that movie, you know what I mean? Like they rise to the occasion. Send the fucking boats. You know what I'm talking about? Dunkirk. You know what I mean? Like, that's all, you can shit on Englishmen all you want, but they do rise to the occasion when they need to in certain World War histories, right?
Well, they're 2-0.
Huh?
2-0.
Yeah, exactly. So
Nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, exactly. So Huddy's going to fucking just rally that kind of Englishman grit and just score a couple. He'll probably score a couple, as Tom's saying. He's definitely getting one. Tarpanay, it's just time, man. It's just time. He used to score him a fair bit. And trust me, I know he's come close because I've been on him a few times and I've had him in the rangefinder just watching exactly what he's doing. And just a couple of bounces of the ball off. I reckon Tigers. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen against the Tigers.
You had me at Dunkirk.
I got to be honest, I'm going with you as well. I fucking hate my bet after hearing that. And that makes it way more exciting. Bit of a Huddy and a Tarpanet, because Huddy probably will score, right? So
All on Huddy.
You're just punching for
We're all on
Tarpanet.
Huddy.
Great.
So that's done.
Well, I was already on Huddy, so
We are all on Huddy. The Lippy under 49.5, Olam and Rapana.
He's not on Huddy, if that's
17-30. No, it doesn't really apply to the Lippy because the Lippy stinks.
Yeah.
That's the round, punters and dribblers.
That's it. Let's get to our unit scoopers. I'm going to start off this one. I don't love it, especially after seeing Eddie's underdogs bet, but I was just fucking around on the way in the car on the way here this morning, trying to find something that was just a little bit left of center because I just am at a loss as to what to do with my unit scoopers. So I'm going Warriors to be the highest scoring team of the round against the Titans, and then the Tigers to be the lowest scoring team of the round against the Raiders, and 28-35 is what you get.
Didn't even know that was a market.
Nah, found it.
I'd love to see you going left of centre, the ones that missed out. I'd love to see the bets
As in,
that
like,
didn't
the
make
market,
cut.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was some fucking...
This
good
is
ones.
rogue as fuck.
Yeah, this is rogue, dude.
That's rogue rugby league. Again, consistency, punters and dribblers. Dolphins, Tigers, Dogs, Titans, $49.04.
I did see that, and I was a little bit jealous. It makes sense. If you add in as well Manly, it gets up to
I can't have Manly in there.
No, but it gets you like over 100, I think, if you do.
I'm sure it does.
150.
It's just there was a curveball fixture in the last round when Eels won. I'm just like there might be the curveball game is the Rabbitohs and Seagulls. So I'm just gonna leave it out for safety.
Changing and adding Manly. Fuck my stupid bet. What are the odds on that, Tobler? I'm just gonna put 151 in there. We can adjust. Fuck that. Fuck my what a dumb bet I had.
Buy round footy, I'm going to take a heap of starts here. Finns plus 12.5, Dogs plus 12.5, Manly plus 13.5. I love Keanu Keeney to score against the Wars. And I'm going to take Herbie Farmworth. A couple of changes for the Melbourne Storm in their outside back. So I'll put them all together at $27.30.
Good looking scooper. Good looking
It's a good looking scoop up.
Yeah, look, I've just swapped someone out, but I'm just going, it's now a trebuchet bet because it's just 24 to 1, but I'm just going Pap's back, you know what I mean?
Why is it a trebuchet bet again?
Because it's just like collecting enough units to have free unit scoop. So if you get like a 20...
But why trebuchet? And a trebuchet is that thing that throws rocks at castles,
Because you're
isn't it?
collecting the rocks to
Yeah.
keep throwing for the fucking immortal bet. You know
Right,
what I mean?
okay.
Because if you don't get a unit scoop, which I haven't this entire year, you are down a
200.
third of
Well,
your kitty.
what is it?
A third of your kitty. 'cause there's-
270 units.
Yeah, plus like finals footy, right? So it's like plus origin footy. So you're down a third of your kitty if you don't get a trebuchet. So I'm just going for it. Pap, he like scores anytime he comes back, I swear. Jojo, I just got a good vibe about him in the Warriors-Titans game that's going to be about 7,000 points. Huddy, just going on about him. He feels like he's in Dunkirk. That's when he gets a stiff upper lip. And Cody, just fucks. 24-11.
Lippy.
You've done well today, Sebo. You
Well
honestly,
done.
you've fucking,
He's
I
been
wanna
on
run
all-
through a brick wall here and you fucking talk
He's
about
been
your
on
bets.
all year, mate, in fairness to Sebo. Lippy, Falongo, CNK, Carraz, Cooler, Rapana, 104.82. And they're the scoopers, boys.
They're the scoopers. Let's get to the hot seat with
Sebo.
Sebo.
Yep. All right, hot seat. It is business time. I need to go on like a stretch here. 5 in a row I've got to get my hands on the 1,000. I can't throw one. I've got to go what I truly believe in, and I'm not backing down. I'm not going to go at $1.90 odds. I'm going Cody Walker. Cody Walker's at 240. He's the leader of the Bunnies at the moment. Manly depleted. He's going to step up. The bounce of the ball just goes his way. He's been scoring week after week. 240. I need to get one of my boys, the Bunnies, to cross over me because I need that $1,000. Now that I've tested out a 7 wood, I've got my eyes on a 3 wood. And 3 wood by ping, it's about that much. So, Cody, let's just 1 of 5. We're starting this week. We're staying away from results. It's buy round footy. Go to the guys who can just get random bounces.
All right, there it is. We're done for another week. We'll be back next week with our Origin special out Tuesday night and then the regular show Thursday morning. So
Thursday night.
Thursday night. Anyway, that's us. Thanks again to Neds. We love you, Neds. Much love to Neds. See you next week.
Ciao.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website